to all melanated people all around the world. It's really a joy, it's a blessing, it's an honor to be out here in nature and greeting you, knowing that I'm bringing a message of joy, peace, and happiness to you, knowing I'm bringing a message of self-realization to you, a message of emancipation, a message that would set you free and put you in the right frequency, and you will be having the right mentality. Thus the reason why I want to speak to you concerning God's ears are my ears, and God's eyes are my eyes, and God's feet are my feet, and God's nose is my nose, and God's mouth is my mouth, and God's complexion is my complexion. Thus the reason why the Bible tells you that I was made in the image and likeness of God in Genesis 1:27. But before I mention any more thing about the Bible, I have to let you know that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. That the Bible is not literal, neither is the Bible secular history. For the Bible was written symbolically. Therefore, my brothers and my sisters, you have to understand that God became man, that man may know that he is God. Now, if you read Psalms 82, it tells you that you are God, but nevertheless, you shall die like a man. And you know, people could be so deceived that they will turn to you and tell you that is God with a common G, not a capital G. But let's use a little bit of common sense here. Now, when you start talking about common G and capital G, you're talking education. You're talking about things they teach you from books. But let me say this. Wasn't the human imagination before education? Isn't everything in this world that was made, was first imagined or ever going to be made, must first be imagined? And the Bible tells you that without him there isn't anything made that was made, and that all things was made by him. So my brother and my sisters, when you come to realize that God is your own human imagination, the creator in man, and you come to understand that you can't separate God from life, or life from God, and there's no Christian or any preacher could ever tell me that you can separate God from life, or life from God, then you will realize that the very life in you is God, and that God can't speak unless you speak. Because when you speak, a word is a thought expressed. And you can't see a thought, you can't touch a thought, you can't taste a thought. It's invisible. So everything comes from the invisible to the visible. So I'm expressing my thoughts right here. And my thoughts are electrical frequencies, because I'm an electrical and magnetic being. So God is an electrical and magnetic being also. So my body is not me. This is the house, or the tabernacle in which God lives. So all the religious people, especially people who look like me and believe in a white idol, and believe a white man is coming from the sky named Jesus Christ 2,000 years ago, they believe such foolishness because they believe that the Bible is literal and that the Bible is secular history. Now let me use a little common sense to show you something. Now I have this bottle and I have some water in it. Okay? And the Bible tells you that there's Jesus Christ, that these people are claiming to believe in, that he turned water into wine. And the other bottle that's filled with water. Okay? They tell you, thank you very much. Okay, they tell you that he turned water into wine. Let me take a sip of the water, man. Good. They tell you that Jesus Christ turned water into wine. Now, if this Jesus Christ who existed 2,000 years ago turned literal water into wine, and now this same Jesus Christ of 2,000 years ago is in all of those people in spirit form, because they will tell you God is in them in spirit now. Jesus is now inside of them in spirit form. I would like to know, according to the law of nature, that every seed and every species will always reproduce after its own kind. Tell me, why is it that these people cannot take literal water and turn it into wine, literally speaking? Now, they believe that they can change the laws of the universe, but you can't change the laws of the universe. If you plant pumpkin, you can't reap watermelon. If you plant corn, you can't reap peas. As I always say, if I have the life of O.J. Simpson in me, I'll play American football and date white women too. If I have the life of Tiger Woods, I'll play golf and date white women too and then go back and cheat. If you want to call it cheat. Okay? And I can go on and on. If I have the life of Michael Jackson, I have to sing and dance. Now, if you have the life of this Jesus Christ, who you believe to be a literal man, you have to do the same thing. That's the reason why I have a book called How to Turn Water into Wine. And I'm showing you that it's not literal, that it is psychological. And you can take what I'm saying in that book and put it to work in your life and prove for yourself. That's the reason why I have another book called Can't Be Proven Wrong by Any Christian. And I'm just working by the divine law of reproduction. That every seed and every species reproduce after its own kind. You can't break that law. Therefore, if the Bible is literal, I want to see these religious people start walking on literal water. And there's so many people suffering in Africa and all around the world, especially black people. And nobody can take bread and break it and multiply it and feed thousands. And nobody can take fish and break it and feed thousands. 5 loaves, 5 senses, 2 fishes, conscious mind, subconscious mind, the inner man, the outer man. My brother, my sisters, it's time to put your imagination to work, to create for you, so you will understand the Creator is in you. And then you will understand why Matthew 6:33 says you must seek first to find the kingdom that is within you. According to Luke 17:21, the kingdom of God is within you. He said, all these things will be added unto you. You discover the secret of creation. Then you will understand what I mean when I say, God ears is my ears. God nose is my nose. God eyes are my eyes. God lips are my lips. Even my private part is God's private part. Because God and man are one. And I and God are one. And the name of God is I am. From generation to generation, that's a memorial. And that's Exodus chapter 3. Because the universal question of life is, who am I? And when the answer comes, it must be, I am that I am. Which means I am whatever I believe myself to be. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. But when you believe that the Bible is secular history, you're going to end up in poverty. When you believe that the Bible is secular history, you'll be a comedy. When you believe that the Bible is literal and secular history, you will live in mediocrity. And such is the way of most people who look like me. Black people. No wonder why the other races think that we are stupid and we are ignorant. So my brothers and my sisters, even as I speak to you now, the rain starts coming down a little bit, but I think I got my message across to you. Stop having low self-esteem and have high self-esteem. And don't afraid to say, I am God. And don't just say so by word of mouth, but start to act like God. Behave like God. Because God is a creator. Start to create. Create your reality consciously by learning to go to bed more consciously. Know what you want. And say to your mind's eye before you fall asleep. Because the Bible tells you in Psalm 4:4 that you must commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still. Never tell you to commune to no God in the sky or any man outside of you. But commune with your own heart. And in Matthew 6:6 it tells you the same thing too. Go into your closet, your secret place. This is the secret place where the Father dwells. And close the door, close your 2 eyes. That's the entrance to your soul. Shut out the wall and get in touch with the inner wall to manifest your reality consciously. Say, don't be like the scribes and the Pharisees. Don't be like the religious ones. They like to be seen and they like to be heard. But we who are aware and enlightened, we know how to look within. We know how to go into meditation. Because meditation is what we're going to give manifestation. Because we understand true prayer is desire and meditation. That's why he say, ask and it will be given. Seek and you're going to find knock, and the door will be open unto you. So I just want to end here by saying again, my eyes are God's eyes, my nose are God's nose, my ears are God's ears, my lips are God's lips, my hands are God's hands, and my complexion is God's complexion also. So that being said, I want to thank you very much. And if what I'm saying makes sense to you and it resonated a lot with you, and you would like to get more of what I teach outside of just listening to the videos, I have a link down below. You can check out my books and you can decide if you want or if you don't. Now at this time I want to give you the sign of enlightenment, of which many religious and superstitious people thinking it's an evil sign. But Matthew 6:20 tell you, if your eye be single, your whole body be full of light. That's why I'm putting my hand right now on my crown chakra and giving you the single eye sign, because this message is the single eye message of self-realization. Okay, and I had burst my crown chakra right here and come out and became invisible. That's why I have a lecture on Amazon called The Secret Vagina, the secret entrance that they don't want you to know about. Because when you come in, when you have that experience, you come into your Christ energy. You come into your Christ consciousness, and they can't fool you anymore. But as I was saying, when you come to have this experience, you also come to realize that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N, and then you come to understand what Malachi 4:2 really means. So check out that scripture I read, Malachi 4:2, and also read Psalms 84:11. You'll understand that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N. And you come to realize that it is the dawning of a new day in your life. And that without the sun there is no life and there is no light. And that the sun is the light of the world, and not a man 2,000 years ago named Jesus Christ is the light of the world. But instead, you will come to realize that without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. And without the sun, there is no life and there is no light. And that the sun parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. And we are the greatest conductors of the sun as the people of the sun. Therefore, my brother and my sisters, please let us just use our mind power to achieve our every desire and live in a good health and prosperity, and show how wise we are as a people. So with that being said, I want to say peace, love you, I'm out.